Once again, I have been summoned. Now this is a rare reply to my video reply. So let's jump right in. You said in your video that I took my pick from AI. I took my pick from a KFC advertisement, but don't worry, I have some better pick, and shows an actual picture of fried chicken. So number one, fried chicken has been around a lot longer than the United States. We just do it the best, which is why Popeyes and KFC is the most popular fried chicken in the entire world. Fried chicken as we know it originated in Scotland. So if you want to get technical, its origins are in Europe. So that is European food. You just know it as American food because we did it the best. Then you talked about the American pizza that was American style made. I mean, I suppose it could be Italian pizza, but usually they add basil and oil and some nice things to it to make it look a lot better than this. Now, pizza is only popular around the world because of Americans. Up until the Second World War, it was just poor people's food eaten by Italians in urban enclaves. And it was actually Americans after World War II which popularized pizza around the world. When they occupied Italy, they tried pizza for the first time, fell in love with it, and when they went back home, there was Italian Americans here. So it became popularized, commercialized, mass-produced, and eventually sold around the world. Like, I hate to break it to you, when you order Domino's pizza or pizza from a chain, you're getting Americanized pizza, and the Italians will be the first people to tell you that. Next slide, and that's the American style you talked about. He's talking about Hawaiian pizza. Hawaiian pizza was actually invented in Canada. American styles would be like New York style, Detroit style, St. Louis style, and toppings like meat lovers pizza. That would be American style. All right, next slide. You said something about this food isn't from Europe. No, that's not what I said. I said if you take the same logic of the burger not being American and being German because of the Hamburg steak, then you could trace back ingredients in European food to other places. Like this, spaghetti. Pasta comes from East Asia, tomatoes comes from the Americas, and beef comes from Mesopotamia. But I don't use the same logic that you guys do, and I know that spaghetti is Italian. I'm sorry, but the next one's a total cope. Oh yeah, it was actually the Native Americans. The food is native to the United States. The turkey. The Thanksgiving turkey was popularized in the 1800s. That's from my neck of the woods. This is a New England staple. So we're applying the logic now of who did it first. Okay, so the pizza is not European food according to your logic. It's Chinese, Mesopotamian, and American. Do you see how you keep switching back and forth to make it convenient for yourself? All right, next slide. They look like this. Okay, so that is the standard that we're going to use. Who did it first? All right, so pizza is no longer European food. So all pasta, non-European food. Anything to do with tomatoes, non-European food. Any animal that isn't native to Europe, non-European food. According to your logic, not my logic. Next slide. Now let's talk about the burger. The history of the burger paradoxically begins, not in America, but 19th century in Germany. Do you really think ground beef was invented in Germany in the 19th century? Keep applying the logic. You just apply the logic until it goes back to Europe and then you stop. And then there are cookies. Right, but I mentioned chocolate chip cookies, which were invented in the United States. Again, my neck of the woods. It's the second most popular type of cookie in the world, only behind Oreos, which was also invented here. Next slide, and thank you for showing the same desert twice. You have a large selection. You do realize we have one of the largest obesity rates in the entire world, and we consume more sugar than any other country in the world. Do you honestly not think we have our own desserts, dude? Next slide. I was in America and tried the food. It wasn't very healthy. Yet the only two examples you could give was McDonald's and KFC. Were you here eating fast food every day for 2 weeks?